Following demonstrations on the streets of Tallahassee, Florida's governor is taking a stand of his own, and not everybody's happy about it. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Ava Van Valen.
And I'm Channing Frampton. ABC 27's Christian Thomas joins us live from Tallahassee with the governor's plans and why some say it's a step too far.
Channing, Ava, Governor DeSantis says this bill is a direct response to violence at disorderly assemblies. Now, we've seen some of that violence here in the capital city with an altercation between law enforcement and demonstrators at this scene right to the left of me just about 2 weeks ago. Now, local activist groups tonight tell me that this bill is an attempt to silence peaceful demonstrations.
It's a targeted attack on black and brown protesters that are using peaceful assembly to speak up about systemic racism in this country.
A new bill proposed by Governor Ron DeSantis has activists like Lakey Love talking. She's with the Tallahassee Community Action Committee. She's been an activist for years. This bill is a three-tiered plan to crack down on rioting and disorderly assemblies.
It will probably be the boldest and most comprehensive piece of legislation to address these issues anywhere in the country,
including mandatory minimum jail sentences for striking a law enforcement officer of 6 months, something we saw play out weeks ago as 15 people were arrested at protests, some now facing charges of battery on an officer. The bill also addresses blocking traffic during unpermitted protests. Doing so could lead to third-degree felony charges. Drivers like the pickup truck who drove through this protest in May here in Tallahassee would not be liable for injuries with this law in place, and those arrested will not receive bail or bond before their first court appearance.
This kind of extreme police overreach is overbearing, to say the least, and heading towards dictatorship of the worst kind.
The governor says this bill is to protect law enforcement and other people who may be impacted by riots or disorderly assemblies. He says he doesn't want Florida to repeat what's happening in other states.
We are not going to let Florida go down the road that some of these other places have gone.
But people like Lakey say this is another reason for them to make their voices heard.
We know how the legislative process works, and we know how to kill bills.
This idea isn't law yet, so what's the next step?
Well, Governor DeSantis says that the idea is that this will be priority this upcoming session. He's expecting an early 2020 session floor vote. But as for TCAC, they will be having a press conference tomorrow at 11:30 to discuss where they will go next as to planning for further protests, and they will continue to talk about strategy and how to further demonstrate. Live in Tallahassee, Christian Thomas, ABC 27.
Thank you, Christian.